Hello and welcome to Knit All the Yarn podcast. My name is Lisa and I live in Michigan with my husband and my 2 girls. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as 72 Stitches. And this is episode 126. I got my coffee, my scrappy Sunday mug, pumpkin spice creamer. And today is Sunday, November 7th, 2021. This is my YouTube channel where I share whatever crafty thing I'm working on. Cross stitch, crochet, mostly knitting, whatever crafty thing I'm up to. If you are new, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I will have all the show notes right down there in the description box. Links to where you can find me. I'm most active on Instagram. Links to all the links to yarn shops, bag shops, patterns, all that good stuff right down there. All right. Well, it's a kind of a sad day, guys. I'm sure this has happened before, but I do not have any sock finish objects. It's all right. It happens. You'll see why I don't in a minute. But I have one giant finish object that will replace that void of no sock finish object this week. I have 4 whips. Got out an old whip. Started 2 new whips. 2 new whips that you haven't seen before, and then one old one and one kind of old one. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, I guess we'll get started. These ones I just finished this morning. So they're teeny tiny whips. But I finished 2 more mask lanyards. I talked about these last week. My hooks came in. I just pinched it and sewed it together. It's not very good, but it does the job. It'll be okay. So these clip parts hook to the ear part of the mask, and then they just wrap it around their neck. And then when they're eating their lunch, their mask will be hooked on, and then they just put it back on. So they won't lose their mask or drop it in the dirt or whatever. So these are for my kiddos. I don't know the colorway. I know this is Homespun House. And I know this one is Lolo Did It, but I don't know the colorway names. And I don't even know. I think this top one was, it was a Harry Potter, what is that called? She did like a 3-month Harry Potter club. And I was able to get 1 3-month subscription. I think that was while she was still living in the States, but I don't know if she's doing those anymore. So yeah, here is my 2 finished objects. This is just an I-cord. I used a US 2, and I did 4 stitches. And then I just knit them until they're about 24 inches. That seemed to be long enough for my kiddos. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to make 2 more Christmas ones, and then that's probably it. I think they're fine unless they lose one. I don't know if that's going to happen, or if it breaks maybe. I don't know. We'll see. It's not a big deal. I think it took it doesn't take me that long to knit that, and it's about 3 grams of yarn. So I have tons of scraps, so it's all right. All right, are you ready for the big finish object? Now, I'm going to show this, and then I'm going to wear it. I'm pretty sure all the clues are out. If you're not that far yet, you know what the clues are. So I'm just going to show it, and then I'm going to wear it for the rest of the episode. So I'm sorry if you do not want to see it. I guess skip this episode. I would rather you not. I would rather you stick around, but I'm chilly, and I need to put a shawl on. So this is the Shawlography by Stephen West. finished it. It's all right, I'm going to show it now. Here we go. Oh, look at this, you guys. Lean back a little bit. Look at this. I can see you. So this border like took me 5 days. I'll dip it in my coffee. Hello. But I love it. The only thing I do not love is I think I talked about this before. I wish I would have done it differently, but I did what he said to do in the pattern. And I messed up a little bit. But this part right here, it should have been in black. It should have been in black. That's all I'm saying. But it's fine. This is all Knitpicks Stroll. I've went over my colors many, many, many times. We'll do it one more time. So the black is black, obviously. Actually, it's better to do it with the stripes here. All right. See if I can hold it and point. All right. Black, pucker, ash, patina, white. All Knitpicks Stroll. These crisscross, when I block this, oh, they look super nice in my brioche. So my only complaint, I have a small one. It's not very big. I mean, it's big, but I would like it to be like a little more deeper. And I had a ton of yarn left. Of course, I weighed it, wrote it down, and I don't remember what it was. I think the black was the one I used the most of. I think I had 25 grams left. I think all the other colors, I had somewhere between 40 and 50 grams left. I'm just saying, I could have went a little bit more, but I still love it. I learned so much. I learned brioche with this bad boy. That in itself is worth it, but yes, I love it. So yep, I blocked it. I think I finished it Tuesday. Blocked it. I'm gonna put it on now. Granny style, so I won't mess with my microphone. But, oh, yes. Ooh, and a little curly. The worms slash, I don't know what they call it. I've heard people call them worms and shrimps. So, yep, it's done. That looks nice. Wearing it granny style. Kind of looks like a fancy yoke sweater. So that's all my finished objects. Yep. Yeah, it took me like 5 days. Did I say that? I think I did. I started it. I did a little bit on Friday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, 5 days to do that. And that's pretty much the only thing I worked on for those 5 days. Minus a sock cast on. So yep, it's all, the ends are all woven in and snipped and blocked, and it might not be that pretty because I wore it yesterday. So, might be a little wrinkly, but I had to wear it. I had to wear it. Oh, I just love my colors. That looks good with a nice black shirt. All right, move on. Move on. All right, we're going to get into whips now. Whip number 1. This is in stitching the high notes. These are I do have a sock whip this week. These are Desert Vista Dye Works. This is for her monthly sock club. I am doing Up for November. I really like that movie. I'm sure everyone has seen it. If you haven't, go see that. It's very cute. All right. Sock number 1. No heel. And as you can tell, the second one's pretty close. hold this up. So here's what it looks like all striped up. I don't know if these two are the same color. I can't tell. I think they are, but one's like one less stripe. I don't know, but it kind of reminds me, every time I look at this, it reminds me of like Reese's peanut butter cups. It makes me hungry. So this is where I'm going to put my heel. I'm going to do afterthought heel. And here is the second sock. All my bling. These are counting my rows. 10 rows per marker. This is like my most asked question. Like, what are those markers for? And I feel like, you know, I say it every time in my episode, and I understand that people don't watch my episodes, but every time I have a picture of a sock with them on, and I got to a point where I'm just, you know, I'm nice. I'm like, oh, I'm cutting my rows, blah, blah, blah. And now I'm like, I'm done. Every post, if you go through my comments, you'll see one person that says, what are the markers for? So I give up. I just thought it was funny because I was with my grandma yesterday and I was working on this and she asked, what are all those markers for? And I tried not to laugh because she wouldn't understand why. So I told her, they're for counting my rows. So the second sock matches. That's okay. I'll forgive my grandma. She doesn't know. So do these magic loop, 64 stitches, 12 rows of 2x2 rib, 10 rows per marker. This is where I'm going to put my heel. These ones are not going to match. Nope. Close. But not really. See if I can do this. Come on, Lisa. It's like one stripe off. Yeah. It's fine. I'm not worried about matching. What else? Magic loop. Red lace Chiaogoo's 2.5mm needles, which is a US 1.5. These are going to be for me. And yeah, so I have to finish these before November. How many days is in November? Is it 30? I think it's 30. Anyway, I have to finish them before the end of the month. Post them on her Ravelry group. No problem. I'll have these done by next week. So we will have a finished sock object next week. It's going to happen. I have like 35, 36 rows left. Toe and then 2 heels. I pretty much did a lot of this. Well, let's see. I did the cuff on Friday. So from here to probably here, I did yesterday. And then this much this morning. So we'll talk about that in life stuff. I was all ready to record and something happened. But here I am. So that's my sock whip. It will be done next week. No problem. All right, another sip of coffee. Oh, even my Fitbit band matches my shawl. Look at that. All right, whip number 2. You guys have seen this before. Words. This is Knit for Brains on Etsy. My Mario bag. Oops, I'll put my tag back in there. All right, this is my scrappy muscle burra hat. I showed this last week. I didn't get very much done. It's all right. I got distracted with those lanyard hook doodads. So I put a stitch marker on here where I was last week. It's my pumpkin gnome. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. He has a little pumpkin on his head. This is from Simply Serving. I bought it, I think I bought it last year. So yeah, this is how much I got done from here to here. Not much. Maybe 2 inches. Yeah, I'd say 2 inches. So here's what we have. This is going to be my wild and crazy Musselburgh. I see why we all say Musselburgh, because that's easier to say. So I'm using Chiaogoo. These are my interchangeables. US 3 3.25 millimeter needle, 16-inch cord. Yeah, it's just endless knitting. I need to get this back out, but I need to finish those. My kids want Christmas ones of these. So I have to make them each a Christmas one, and then that project will be done, and then I'll probably get this back out. It's not that it doesn't take that long to make those. I'd rather work on other things. You guys know how it is, right? You want to work on fun things, not boring, tedious things. So yeah, this is it. I don't have anything else to say. I'm doing the adult medium. Yeah, that's it. I'm using all self-striping scraps from various dyers. This top one is Night Owl Fibers, and these two are mustache yarn. So let's move the stitch marker. And we'll put them right here. All right. That is it for that one. Hopefully I make some progress this week. We will see. All right. Oh, are you ready for my new whip? Oh, I'm so excited for this one. Couldn't help myself. This is probably another reason why I didn't get that much done on the Musselburgh. In the next whip I'll show you. So I finished this shawl on Tuesday, and I'm like, well, I gotta I had to order a couple skeins of yarn for my next shawl project. And I'm like, all right, well, I'll just work on other whips. The yarn came on Wednesday. And I'm like, all right. I think I wound up the colors that I needed to start it on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I was just in a mood. I didn't want to work on my socks, which is odd for me because I always want to work on socks. And I figured out what I needed. So I put my sock away, and I cast this on a Thursday. Oh. So I cast on another shawl. Can you guess who it's by? Can you guess? I'm like completely obsessed. I think I need to probably branch out of my patterns for my shawls, but I can't stop. I'm obsessed with Stephen West. All right. I should have that as my title, but I probably won't because I don't know if it'll get flagged or something. Or Stephen West will get mad. How dare you use my name in your dinky podcast? I don't know. He probably wouldn't care. But I cast on the Bubbles and Brioche. That's right, guys. I want to look at it. I think I got it. Just want to make sure, do another double check. I don't think I made any mistakes, but oh my word, look at this. Try not to mess up my cord. Or, yeah, you're going to hear that, sorry. Look at this, I did brioche again. I saw the shawl come out, I think it came out last year, and I'm like, oh, I love that. And then it has brioche in it. I'm like, I don't know how to do brioche. I guess I'm not doing it. But since I did this shawl, got a little taste of brioche. Bam. Now, it did take me a few tries. As you can see, there's like a hole right here. It's okay. It's supposed to be like that. that was like part of the cast on. Ooh. That was a little tricky. Here's the back. Some of my yarn's splitty, but it's okay. It's Knitpicks Stroll. There's the back. Oh, look at that. Oh. So this is section 1. This is all the brioche. So now I'm going to do some bubbles. And I'm going to use all Knitpicks Stroll. So I had to buy some more black and white. And then I bought a few extra colors. So I don't know. I grabbed all of the Stroll that I had in my stash that was big enough. I did buy a few skeins. Some of it was gifted from Georgianne of, Simply Serving, Stitching Plaza. She sent me a bunch of some of the Stroll that she had. She didn't want to use anymore. So this one is going to be Wild and Crazy. I'm not going to use like, I think you can use 4 colors and just repeat the bobbles, but I want to do like each bobble a different color throughout the whole thing. I don't know if I can do that. I might have to repeat some. And if I do repeat, they're probably going to be the greens. So let's see, the colors that I bought. We'll just show the colors that I bought. I think it's just these 3. Let me dig. Yeah, I think it's just this. No, I had another blue in here. Okay, these 4. These 4 are the ones I bought with the black and the white. Because I really don't have any blues, so I bought some blues. And this is like, this one is pumpkin, so it's like a, the camera's showing it more red, but it's pumpkin. This one is Dogwood Heather. I really don't have that much pink, peachy pink, so I got this one. Electric Blue. And Rhapsody. This is like a periwinkle blue. So yeah, I have a whole bunch of random colors. I am going to use, this was a bigger chunk of the patina I had left, so I'm going to use that. I'm also going to use the pucker. That's going to be in there, definitely. I got yellow. I got some greens and some purples. Wonderland Heather. I got all sorts of stuff in here. So I'm just going to pick one out and work on it, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's, I'll have to plan. I think there's 8 bobbles. So then maybe I'll just play with my colors before I start and then see what I like. But so proud of myself for doing brioche again. Yeah, it's not hard. It was hard getting it started, like right in this area. But once I got like more stitches on the needle, it was pretty easy. I think the only thing I was like uneasy about is because you are increasing on each side. So he really didn't give you stitch count numbers until like the whole section was done. So I was a little stressing because it's like, at some point, could you tell me how many I have before, you know, you do your repeats? But it wasn't in the pattern, but it's okay. I have the correct amount of stitches. Whew, whew. So we'll see what happens with the next brioche section is towards the end. We'll have to look at the pattern to see if he gives stitch count or if it increases. I'm assuming it increases, but yep. I'm doing brioche. So now it's bobbles, and then there's a garter section, more bobbles, and then another brioche section and more bobbles. So I have a while before I do brioche again. And I'm just going to like take it easy with this one. I'm not going to like bang it out like I usually do. I'm going to try anyway. I don't know. Sometimes I work on stuff and I can't stop, so we'll see what happens. But I want to have this done before December 26th because he's having another knit along, and you know I'm going to be hopping on that. I already bought the pattern, so I have to figure out my colors. It's the is it Hyber knit along? There's 2 shawls. It's not really a mystery. You can pick each one. One is a triangle and one is a semicircle, kind of like this one. I think I'm going to do the triangle one. That is the pattern that I bought. And it's DK weight. But I think I'm going to do worsted. Because a worsted weight shawl, never done that. And that sounds super cozy. I think I'm going to use Knitpicks Wool of the Andes. I have to figure out my colors. I'm unsure yet. But I need to think about it. I need to figure out soon because I think I'm going to wait. Knitpicks is going to have a sale for Black Friday, right? I'm hoping they have some kind of sale. And I think I'm going to purchase my yarn then so I can get a better deal. Save some pennies for my husband. I got new PJ pants today, or last week, this week. Good old Target. And they're men's jammy pants. Shh, don't tell. I didn't like any of the women's ones. And so I decided to just get dude pants. It's all right. All right, oh, that shawl is on US 5s, my Chiaogoo interchangeable needles. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say about that. I am definitely going to do that hybrid knit along shawl. So I need to, that starts the 26th. I bought the pattern and I thought it was going to be like, here's your yarn, or here's what you need for yarn, here's your needles, but it's the whole pattern, so I could start now if I wanted, which I thought was kind of weird that he posted the whole pattern, but. And that one has cables in it, guys. I keep saying, if you've been with me for a while, I've always wanted to do cables, and I'm too scared. So I think I'm going to do that with cables. I was going to do the shawl worsted weight, or not, two fingering held together. But with cables, I'm like, I better not do that. That might be difficult for me, first time doing cables, so I decided to do worsted weight. So I might just have to buy a few extra balls of some colors to make sure I have enough. But that's enough about that. So I have at least 2 months to finish that shawl. I know I could do it. All right, here's my last whip. Is my cozy memory blanket. All right, let's move my coffee because we're going to dump it in there. I put in 6 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Excuse me. So I am using, if these colors look familiar, my, oh geez, what's it called? Painting Waves shawl. Well, that is what I decided to just fade them in there. Oh, pretty. These are from Lolo. She did a mini skein set. I don't think she's going to repeat it. Every once in a while she throws those in her shop. So you got to get them when you get them, I guess. So I have 9 more squares left to finish the row. I'm using the Kemper Ray Coziest Memories pattern. It's been a while since I got this out, so I had to look up my decrease. I'm pretty sure it's a free pattern. It's like, all right, I know I do 20 by 20 stitches. I know where the middle is. I was like, all right, do I do my slip knit first or my knit 2 together first? So I had to look up that, and then after that it's fine. Easy peasy. So yeah, I think I'm going to work on this today. I've been trying to do 1 square a day. Friday I did 3 because I was behind, and then I wanted to do 1 for yesterday. I think now I'm just going to work on it. I might put a few squares in today and we'll see what happens. But I think I can finish this week, maybe. And then it will be ready for December 1st. Yeah. After I finish these squares, I'm going to put it away until December 1st because my kids made me a advent calendar with my scraps. And I'm just going to put 1 square in a day. This is 25. This is 25 squares across. So yeah. So that is part of my Advent knitting. I wanted to get it all finished because then I'd get to a point where I'd have to do 2 squares and that would stress me out. So we're just going to finish up the row. And no, I have no idea how long I'm going to make this. If I wear it on like this way, it's pretty long. This is the side. This is the bottom, but if I wear it in reverse order, it is very cozy. It fits me, you know, long ways. Covers my feet. It comes up to like here. So I think I might just do like maybe a few more rows and maybe I'll finish it and say it's done. I don't know. We'll see. But yep, it's all fingering weight from various projects, swaps with friends, stuff I bought. I'm going to show you the needles I'm using. These are signature needles, 2s, 2.75 millimeter. These are the MIDI, they call them. In between the blunt and the stiletto, I use my finger to push, so I can't have pointy needles. That would be ouchy. So yeah, I think I'm almost done with this. I'll put in a few more rows. I'll say maybe January. I don't want to say January. I'll say, because I'm only going to put 1 row in December. And then after that, I'm just going to work on it. So I want to say probably February, maybe March. I don't know. Get to a point where I want to work on it. I'm really enjoying working on the squares again. I've missed it. But it's close. It's going to be finished. And then I can focus on a different scrappy blanket because I have 2 more. Blanket whips don't count as whips. All right, that is all my whips. All right, we're going to do stash real quick. And then we'll do some dream knitting. I got my first ever purchase from Woolens and Nosh. I've always wanted her yarn, but she does updates and it's gone fast. I think during Rhinebeck weekend, like for a few days, a couple days, she had pre-orders up and I'm like, snatch. I don't care if it takes 8 weeks. I will wait. So these are the 2 I got. This one is Winter Mint. I had to get this one because greens. And there's like a little bit of red in there. So these were going to be Christmas socks. This one is Percolated. This one I think is going to be a Muscle Burra. It's really tempted. I know this is a different weight. What is this? It's 90% superwash targhee. I have never used that before. 10% nylon, 3 ply. It feels a little bit like it's a thicker fingering weight. This probably can't focus. That's not focused, but it kind of feels like a sport weight to me. So I don't know if I can get a Musselburgh hat out of all of one of this. There's only 411 yards per 100 grams. So, but I think that would be an awesome fall Musselburgh hat. So I think that's going to happen after I finish my scrappy one. Yeah, I really love this colorway. I've seen so many people buy it and knit it, and I'm like, oh, I'm so jealous, I want it. So I got it, and now I can make a hat out of it and a pair of socks out of one. That's all my stash. All right, future cast-ons. Now, I know I said I was going to use this one for Christmas socks. Then I saw another one in my stash, and I caked it up. So I think I'm going to make these ones next. Because these are like fall. It's still fall, and I really, really want these. I bought this a long time ago. This is West Yorkshire Spinners in the pheasant colorway, which is one of their birds. I buy this yarn on the Woolly Thistle website. I used to buy it at the Jimmy Beans Wool website, but they stopped carrying it, so I'm going over there now. So yeah, I think I'm going to cast these on next, because they're kind of Christmassy. There's red and green in there. And then I'll cast these on unless something happens. I really want to get out my Christmas yarn and my Christmas bags. So that's my cast-ons. Maybe I'll have them both cast on. Who knows? I doubt it. I'll probably wind it up, and that's probably as far as I'm going to get. All right, reading and watching. Reading. I forgot to tell you last week that I started Skeleton Crew by Stephen King, but I finished that. Very good. It's a collection of short stories. I love Stephen King. And The Glass Hotel, I finished that. It's all right. I'm kind of in like a reading funk. Nothing is... Either my brain is not in the right headspace for books, it's just, or I'm picking bad books. I'm having a hard time staying focused on a book. It's just like I'm bored. All of them are boring. So I don't know. Move on. Yeah, I just finished those two. I need to figure out some new books to read. Watching. I finished Lucifer Season 2. Oh my goodness. That show is so good. I'm going to continue on with it. I believe there are 6 seasons, so I'm like almost half done. My husband and I finished Another Life Season 2, which is on Netflix, and meh. I would not recommend that. I liked the first season. The second season, I'm like, what are you doing? Where are you going with this? And I feel like it ended where it wouldn't, like there's no second season, but I'm not sure. And I don't know if that's a Netflix show. I think it is, but I'm not positive. But I didn't care for it the second season. I'm just like, let's move on. Move on to something else. But we did finish it. And we are going to start watching Sherlock. I've always wanted to watch that. It's the one with, I'm sure there's many variations of the show, but it's the one with, I can't think of his first name. His last name is it Cumberbatch? What is his first name? Are you guys yelling it at me? I can't think of his name. He was on Doctor Strange. I don't know. If you know what it is, put it in the comments below for me. I know I could look it up. Maybe I will after I'm done. So yeah, that is what we're going to be watching. Yeah, I guess we'll get into life stuff real fast because we're at almost 40 minutes. Recording a little bit later, smidge, but I still have coffee left, so it's not that much later, but it is cold, so I need to finish it up. So I have a window. I have a window on this side. Can't see it. I pulled the blind up. It's like an accordion style blind. I don't know what they're called. You just pull them up and down. They're very nice. They're blackout blinds. They're much needed. On Friday or yesterday, I pulled it up and something snapped inside of it, and then one side went bleh. The other side was up. I'm like, shoot, I broke it. So my husband, like, after breakfast, he's like, I want to fix it. I'm like, I want to record. I have all my stuff already set up. It won't take me that long. Famous last words. So he's attempted to fix it. Had a small setback. And he said, well, I'm at a point now where I can take a break so you can record. So he paused for me. So hopefully he can fix it. If not, we're just going to have to buy a whole new blind. Which I don't really want to do that because those things are pricey. But I think we've had them for probably 10 years. So cross your fingers to see if he can fix it. I'm not going to describe what happened to it, but there's a string in there, and a part was holding the string, broke off. So he's trying to reattach it. So wish him luck, I guess. All right, and I also want to talk about vlogmas. You know I don't edit videos. And so I'm doing some research, guys. And I think I might do it this year. Now, I'm only a little paranoid about it because I know not everybody likes watching vlogmas videos. And if I am recording snippets every day, I'm probably not going to be doing my regular episodes here. So I'm kind of torn. I don't want to lose followers because they don't want to watch this stuff. So I don't know what to do. Should I do it? I mean, most of my vlogmas is going to be about me knitting because that's pretty much what I do all day. You might see, I'll probably show like my coffee. It's probably boring for some. I have my Advents. That's right, Advents. I was naughty this year. I haven't bought any. And then this year I bought 2. So I don't know, whatever. So I will be, my kids like helping me open those. So they might be opened and then I might reopen them later. Because there's not a lot of time to like record snippets of them opening it because they're like open it and then they're off to school. So I'm unsure about how I'm going to do that. I might just have them open them, repackage it, and then open it again and record it later. So I will show that. I will show my Christmas socks. I have a box of Christmas socks. I will show you every day what pair of socks I'm wearing. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of me talking because the kids are at school during the week, so maybe I can get some talking in that. But the weekend ones are going to be difficult for me because everybody's going to be home. And I'm just going to feel weird recording in front of everybody. Do I just need to get over that? So let me know what you think about Vlogmas. Should I do it? I don't want to, I'm not going to be doing both. I know that's not going to happen. So I'm either going to do Vlogmas or just my weekly episodes. So somebody's going to get left out, and that bums me out a little, but let me know what you think. I don't want to lose followers because of it, but I thought it might be fun to try it. I found an app that I was playing with that seems easy to use. I am unsure about thumbnails and how to do that part. I don't know how to do that part. And I'm assuming I could save it on my phone and just put the video on the computer like I normally do with my videos and then just upload it to YouTube. So, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Let me know what you think. Should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't know. All right, I think that's it. we're at 45 minutes. We need to stop. We need to stop yakking. All right. So if you have any suggestions, encouragement about Vlogmas, put it in the comments below. Should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't know if I'll be able to do it every day. Some of my videos might be 2 minutes. Some might be 45 minutes. I know Vlogmas ones are supposed to be like, what is it, like 10 to 15 minutes? Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I just have this set up, and I'm, like I said, I'm afraid of losing followers. So, I don't know. I'll think about it. Let me know what you think. All right. We'll end it here. I'm just repeating myself over and over again, and I'm probably going to lose a bunch of followers here too. All right. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and ring the bell if you would like to be, excuse me, notified when I have new episodes up. Comment down below about anything that I talked about. Tell me what you're working on. I don't know, whatever you want. Comments about Vlogmas. What you working on. Whatever you want. And hopefully I will see you next week. Bye.